Welcome to Dixie's Storytime World, where we read books in the old-fashioned way, simple reading. Today, let's meet the Taekwonderoos, Rescue at Rattling Ridge, written by Michael Panzner. To get your copy of this book, please check the links in the description at the bottom of this video. Are you ready to come join our adventure? Our story begins in Australia's grassy plains, home of the Taekwonderoos, George, Brianna, and Jackson. These three eastern grey kangaroos are great friends with a special talent. They're all masters of taekwondo. One afternoon, they were practicing their kicking, spinning, and jumping skills under a hazy sun. They loved how taekwondo turned their kangaroo strength and nimble moves into a thrilling performance. Suddenly, their training was cut short by a cry in the distance. Startled, they stood up, noses pointing upward. They turned their heads slowly, rotating their ears around, until they traced the sound to the top of Rattling Ridge. Straining to see what was there, they spotted a young kangaroo, a joey, trapped on the cliff, trembling in fear. Remembering what they'd learned about courage, kindness, and compassion, they knew what they had to do. "We need to rescue him," Jackson said, his voice filled with determination. The others quickly agreed. Putting their thinking caps on, they devised a plan that drew on their individual strengths. George mapped out a strategy to help the joey without endangering anyone. Brianna figured out how to put a cat-like agility to use. Jackson thought of ways to keep everyone calm and focused. Their first challenge was crossing the deep ravine in front of them. It was too wide to jump across, even for kangaroos who could hop very high and run really fast. George came up with a solution. "Let's build a bridge with branches and rocks," he said. The others nodded and smiled, complimenting him on his creativity, and the three friends sprang into action. Spinning around on their tails, they gathered what they needed, flicking pieces into place with their paws. Next, they fastened everything together with a flurry of kicks. Finally, they leapt up and landed hard, making sure the bridge was secure. The Taekwonderoos made their way across the bridge, but soon realized there was more to do. Staring up at the crying Joey, they couldn't see any easy way to reach him. Worse, they had to keep twisting and turning to avoid the rocks that were falling all around them. Brianna had an idea. Pointing to stones sticking out from the cliff, she signaled to her friends to follow her lead. First, she leapt onto a ledge on the left. Then she flew into a flying kick, landing on a ridge to the right. Finally, she swung her tail back and forth, working her way higher as she swatted away rocks with her paws. One after another, they reached the top, but the young kangaroo was too scared to move, despite their smiles. Jackson calmed him down, slowly gaining his trust, and the joey stopped shaking. Jackson and George gently lifted him up into Brianna's pouch for the journey home. They began heading back, but suddenly had to stop. A boulder was heading their way. Instantly, Brianna's reflexes took over. Twirling into a tornado kick, she loosened a stone that knocked the large rock off its course. The others looked at her in awe. As the dust settled, George plotted their escape. "Jackson," he said, "we need your skillful moves to make us a sturdy ladder." Jackson went to work, kicking vines and branches free and weaving them together with his fast-moving front paws. When the ladder was ready, George showed them where to put it. Following his guidance, Brianna and Jackson leapt up and tied the corners to two trees. George spun around and swatted some bushes out of the way. One by one, the kangaroos climbed down the ladder, sliding on their backs as they neared the bottom. They hopped to the ground and traded pats on the back, proud of what they had achieved. Popping his little head out of Brianna's pouch, The joey smiled and waved at his 3 brave rescuers. Exhausted but excited, the Taekwonderoos made their way home. When they arrived, they were greeted by the Joey's relieved and thankful family. Smiling at each other, the trio knew their bonds of friendship had grown even stronger than they were before. That night, as the moonlight bathed the ground around them, the trio recounted the day's adventure. While laughter and playful teasing filled the air, they also shared a renewed respect for each other. Today, said Jackson, we confirmed one of the many lessons we've learned as Taekwondo masters. We can overcome any challenge when we work together. And that bravery and quick thinking are crucial in the face of danger, Brianna exclaimed. And, added George, eyes gazing upward, that discipline, focus, and determination are powerful allies. The others smiled knowingly, reflecting on their adventure, one that had not only saved a life, but had made them stronger as a group known as the Taekwonderoos. The end. Thanks for watching, children. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'll see you soon in another adventure. Don't forget to click like and subscribe on your way out. Bye for now. The end. Thanks for watching, children.